Well, I wouldn't be kicking off the week because I'd probably be wrapped up under the covers because it's just dreary. Here in Austin, Texas, it's a little bit chilly. I think it's going to warm up today. Hallelujah. I know some people love the cold, especially since we're getting summer soon, but I've just been out and about so much, coming to work, going to church. I'm like, I just don't want to be running to my car anymore. But we have a very exciting show. We actually have a full 2 hours here of Emerald, so really excited for that. I don't think I've had the opportunity to do a full 2 hours of Emeralds in quite a while, so pretty excited for that. If you were tuning in with us on Saturday night, I was with Tony, and we actually brought in great. Now I'm not going to be able to say the word. It was a very specific mint green tourmaline. Akiana, I think was what it was. He said it so much better in, his Brazilian accent. But it was a green gemstone as well. And you guys, it gave me a whole new appreciation for green gemstones. So now that we have these emerald stones, or now that we have these emerald stones, these emerald pieces, I'm just kind of looking at them with a whole new appreciation because I realize green gemstones, one, are so incredibly expensive and also so rare. And, when we think about gemstones, like gemstone jewelry, like even just from a kid, or even like from the time you're a kid, if I can get my words out, what do we think of, right? We think of emerald. We think of ruby. We think of diamond. Like those are just like those buzzwords that it's like gemstone, emerald, gemstone, ruby. Like if you were playing a game and it was like go around the circle and say gemstone, I can almost guarantee emerald is going to be one of the first ones said, right? It's just associated with gemstones. And so it's really exciting. It's one of those gemstones that if you want something collectible, but that you want something, everyone's going to know what you have, Everyone's going to know, oh yeah, she's got a really nice emerald. Those are the things. I see you have Isaac joining us. Good morning, my friend. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. I know you've been tagging me in some giveaways, so keep on tagging me because sometimes I'll lay in bed at night and I'll go through and I'll enter those giveaways. I'm up for it. I'm like, hey, if there's something free to be won, I'm here for it. Speaking of, y'all, tomorrow is National Flower Day. So, ladies, treat yourself to a little floral arrangement. I was thinking it'd be so fun to go make floral arrangements with my friends. I don't even really know where you do that, right? I don't know. So might just treat myself to a little floral arrangement from HEB. But treat yourself, ladies, to a floral arrangement, or, gentlemen, go pick up a floral arrangement for the lady in your life for National Flower Day. It just brightens you up. It really does. It makes your house feel light and bright and whimsical. And so if you have that opportunity, even if it's just one of the discount ones, it doesn't have to be something fancy or elaborate. It's just nice to have that pop of color in your home and kind of that little bit of life in the home too. Yes, Isaac, I saw you. We had Joyce on, so it's really hard to interact when we have Joyce because we're just going full on conversation. So I know that was a little bit of a different show, but man, what a show that was, right? She has so much knowledge on hair care. It will blow you away. Joyce is just such a wealth of knowledge. So love that. That was a really fun show, actually. And we've got emeralds, as I mentioned today, but I wanted to let everyone pop in. I know it's still morning, Monday a.m. Some people might be slow getting up. I totally get it because I was slow getting up too. I set my alarm many times to make sure okay, I can snooze and still make it in time. It was raining, so my dog had already gotten off the bed and was hiding in the closet. So I was like, okay, that's that. So no snuggles in the morning. So anyways, happy Monday, you guys. Let's chat real quick about how you shop. It's very easy here on the live stream. So what you're going to do is you're simply going to comment. I always say it's social media, get social. You're going to comment shop 1, shop 2. You'll normally see that up at the top of your screen. I think dependent upon what platform you're watching from, you should see that at the top of your screen. But I would say if you love something, just go ahead and comment shop with the item number, because what that's going to do, you're not obligated to purchase. We're not instantly charging you, nothing like that. But that will just allow us to send you the link to the product. Because something I found, even working here, is when I go back and I try to purchase something afterwards, it's really hard to find what you're looking for. We have so many beautiful items on our website that if you go back and you type in emerald earrings, you're going to be overwhelmed. So go ahead, comment shop with the item number so that you can have the specific link of what you like. And also, you're always going to get the lowest pricing when we're either on the live stream or on live television. So anytime we're live presenting something to you, it's going to be at the lowest price as compared to shopping the website. Now that pricing, you guys, I got to say, is still better than anything you'll find out there, than any jewelry store, any department store that sells jewelry. It's still going to be better than that. So I would just say, if you want the ultimate best pricing, come on in while we are live on an item. And then we will also have a few little bonuses. So shopping the live stream, we know that this is a newer platform here at Shop LC. I mean, live stream shopping is really taking off, but it is a newer platform here at Shop LC. And so with the live stream, we're going to give you some bonuses, incentivize you to keep shopping with us, keep coming back. One, you will have a 25% off discount. So that will be Live 25. You can take a peek behind me right there at that coupon code. LIVE25 gets you 25% off your entire order of anything we showcase in the show. I would say screenshot that, jot it down. I know it sounds like an easy coupon code, but y'all, I forget coupon codes. I'll be on like Walgreens trying to order photos, and I'm like, it's like photo 10. And then I'm like, wait, what was it? I'm like going back trying to find it. So screenshot that so that you have it when you go to make your purchase. And then also, any orders $49.99 or more, you will be eligible for complimentary shipping. So those are just some nice little bonuses of shopping the live stream, specifically some ways for us to give back to you for taking the time to hang out with us here on this newer platform. And I say newer, but y'all, I've been doing the live stream for 2.5 years, and it started about 6 months before I got here. Okay, so we're about 3 years in with our live stream, but it is always growing, changing, and evolving. And so we love to be able to bring you an elevated experience here on the live stream. Yes, Isaac. Miss Pat does always tune in with Danielle. She loves Danielle. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I don't know if I introduced myself to those of you who don't know me. I know I've got a couple of friends and family members there in the chat. My name is Lauren. I am one of your hosts here at Shop LC. If you would love to give me a follow on social media, it's at Miss MISS Lauren Masters. Miss Lauren Masters. I am trying to grow my platform, so I would love it if you went ahead and gave me a follow there. Sure appreciate it. And we're about to dive into our jewelry. I do want to go over one more thing, okay? One more thing is budget pay. This is my absolute favorite thing about shopping Shop LC is we have budget pay. These are interest-free payments, okay? There is no credit check. There are no applications, no hoops. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have been online doing some shopping, and then it's like, oh, do you want to do a minimum payment of blah, blah, blah? I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And then it's like, oh, you have to do a application, or they want to run your credit. And I'm like, no, I think I'm good. I'll just pay it outright. Because I don't want to deal with all the hoops, and you don't have to do that here. I see Big Joe in the house. Big Joe, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm already elevated 47 feet in the air. Big Joe, what are you doing? What do you mean 47 feet? At first I thought, wait, are you flying? What you doing? Or is that the North Carolina elevation? Big Joe, I have to get on my computer to see my messages. Or was it on? Let me know where you messaged, because I only have Instagram on my phone. Any other messages I have to get on my computer, and I haven't been getting on very often. So I'll have to update on those as soon as I get on my computer. Everything just like transfers over from my Instagram and my Facebook. So I don't actually have my Facebook on my phone. Yeah, good morning, everybody. I hope, who's having sunshine today? I want some sunshine here in Austin, Texas. I think it's going to start. I think the sun is going to start shining. All right. So what else do we got? That's pretty much the lowdown. That's pretty much all the info. You do have a 30-day joy guarantee. So if this is your first live stream, you're like, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm a little bit nervous. Should I be shopping through social media? I know it's new for a lot of people, but I see so many people, you guys, getting the best deals shopping live stream. So this really is the wave of shopping. But if you're like a little bit confused or weary or whatnot, go ahead and shop knowing that you have a 30-day joy guarantee. So if it's not everything that you love and then some, we're going to guarantee that for 30 days. You can return, no problems. You don't even have to tell us why. Just send it on back and we're good. All right. Let's kick this emerald show off. Let's head towards the emerald study. We're going to start going down our little yellow brick road. That's what we're going to call this today. Now, we're starting out with a beautiful pair of earrings. Okay, earrings. We're going to go through a few different Columbian, a few different emeralds today, but I think most of these are going to be your Boyaca Columbian emeralds. And you can really tell the difference by like the neon essence that you see through emeralds, where they come from. I've loved getting to work with so many different people, Hunter, Steve in particular, who really can, as I'm working with them, it's almost like I'm in class. It's almost like I'm in a lesson, because I can listen to everything they're saying in regards to these gemstones and just soak up and absorb so much information. And so I feel like I've learned quite a bit about emeralds. Now let's get into these gorgeous earrings. They are going to be a dangle earring, and I love them because they're nice and petite, but yet they really pack a lot of sparkle. So you'll notice at the top there, you actually have this kind of like a leaf vine design. It's almost like 3 leaves kind of in a little cluster. So they're fanning out those 3 leaves. And those leaves are actually filled in with moissanite. So you're going to get a total of 38 moissanites in total here between the 2 earrings. So you're going to have the moissanite in those 3 little leaves. You'll see right there, fanning out. So you've got 3, and those are like marquee shapes, but then within each marquee shape, you have 2 round moissanite stones. And then you have this kind of, I would say like a little connector, that channel or that bezel set moissanite round connecting those little leaves to the dangling portion of your earring. A really beautiful look, really unique design as well. And then that is where we get to the drop, where you actually feature your Boyaca Columbian emerald. Love it, you guys. Now, with these, you're getting a total of half a carat. So half a carat, that means a quarter carat per ear. And I always like to make that distinction on earrings, because I think sometimes with earrings, we're like, oh, half a carat per ear. Whenever you see the carat weight with earrings, that's going to be split between. But if I were to just take a peek at these, to me, it doesn't look like a quarter carat of gemstones per ear, like at all. Definitely looks like you have a half carat per ear. Now, these are going to be done in 18 karat yellow gold vermeil. So you're going to get the look and the feel of gold. The only thing actually touching your skin is going to be 18 karat gold. And what vermeil means, if you're wondering, is it's 18 karat gold over silver. All right, it's gold over silver. But the only thing you see is the 18 karat gold, and it's a certain amount of gold. So it's a high amount of gold covering these earrings that's really going to give it an extra boost, okay? It's going to give it an extra boost in color that also is going to give it an extra boost in wearability, because these are not going to fade out over time. And sometimes if you go into a store and you just get like the gold over, it's going to fade over time. And that's why I love vermeil so much, because it's never going to fade. So take a peek at those up close. Look at the color. Now, each one of those boyacas, those are going to be pair cuts on your boyaca. Big Joe, you know what? It's so weird. I wonder if you're blocked in our system here on air, because I don't think I've seen you on the iPad. So I wonder. I'm going to have to check and see about that, because I'm not quite sure why that's happening. Because I think Isaac has written in before, and I haven't seen his either. It's weird, the things that are blocked on our iPads on set versus the things that come through, because we get a lot of crazy messages, and then like you say you've written in, Isaac said he's written in, and I haven't gotten all those messages, so it's strange. Now, let's talk about those boyaca emeralds, okay? So you're going to get 13 points on each ear, and these will be 4 by 3 millimeter pair cuts, okay? So they're going to be a nice, sweet, petite pair in your Boyaca Columbian emerald. And that's going to have a really soft, like, minty color to it. It's going to be like a soft mint green. And then it's surrounded by moissanite. Now, I want to make sure I'm correct. I believe the prongs holding the moissanite in place, those are actually done in rhodium over sterling. So just surrounding the moissanite right there by your boyaka, those are done in rhodium over sterling, which is a nice little detail. And you'll see us do that sometimes when we have like a bright white stone. So let's say moissanite, diamonds, anything like that. We'll surround it in rhodium over sterling to keep them bright and white without kind of sending a yellow tone through those stones. So I actually love that we do that. It's a big bonus for you guys at home. Moissanite, y'all, it's almost essentially completely comparable to a diamond. 9.5 on a hardness scale, so very durable, very wearable. It's actually going to have a higher refraction index, which means it's going to reflect light even more beautifully. I wrote in Hunter said I was talking to you. I'm just going to stop texting and guess. No, don't do that, you guys. If Hunter says that, just ignore him. Hunter's just a big goofball. Hunter likes the attention. That's the problem. Okay. If someone's writing into me, Hunter's like, wait, I want the attention. I'm just kidding. Kind of. He does like the attention, just saying. But don't do that. Keep writing in. I love hearing from you guys. Okay, so start price on these is going to be $269.99. Y'all, we're talking about Columbian emeralds. Like, if you want emeralds, you want Columbian emeralds, okay? After we apply that coupon code, we're going to bring you down to $202. $202. And then you'll have a budget pay of $40.50. So these are not huge, but you'll kind of notice with emerald jewelry, it's just not huge. It's just not a possibility, really, to have massive emerald pieces. And so with these, I feel like they're the perfect size because they're versatile. These would be great for everyday wear, but these would also be great if you wanted to elevate them a bit, right? Because of the design. The design, the setting, the addition of the moissanite, those leaves up at top allow you to really elevate these. And I mean, talk about styling, right? Those leaves at the top, if you are going on a tropical vacation this summer, how cute would these be, right? Because one, you've got like the leaves, so that's kind of giving you some tropical vibes. But then you have the vibrant green coming out of your Boyaka Columbian emerald. So I think these would be such a sweet little vacation earring. And you're paying $202. So, I wouldn't bring earrings that are thousands of dollars on a trip with me, but I would definitely bring these as a dinner piece to wear with like a floral dress. I think these with a floral dress would be perfection. And I'm all about the florals in the spring and the summertime, you guys. I'm all about the florals all year round, but you can really, really dive in with your florals in the spring, in the summer. And these are going to be perfect earrings to complement all of your florals. All right. So these will be shop one. Shop one for our Boyaka Columbian emerald earrings. Now, we only have one other pair of earrings for the entire show. Those are coming up. Those are going to be studs. So if you're wanting earrings, you've got a dangling option, and we'll have a stud option, but that's it. Everything else is going to be very ring heavy, and then we'll have a few pendants scattered about. All right? Okay. Big joke, very well, actually. Y'all, I came back from New York. I was in New York for 11 days working. I came back. And y'all, my shoe rack had collapsed. And it's like one of those fabric shoe racks, okay? I was so stressed out because already I'm stressed out. I came in, I flew in, and I worked that night. So I was like stressed out. And I go in to grab a pair of shoes for work. My guest room is like a closet. So I've got a shoe rack. I've got like a bookcase with my purses, all that stuff. It had collapsed. And this is probably my fault because I've been using this like very cheap kind of fabric-y do-it-yourself shoe rack for years now. And I could tell it was getting a little wobbly before I left, okay? The plastic was like giving out on me. I overloaded with shoes. It had fully collapsed. All of my shoes were on the ground. I'm like, I literally mentally don't have the capacity to deal with this shoe rack right now. I'm too tired. I'm too stressed out. So my shoes have just been like piled on the floor with a broken shoe rack. And my sweet Chase has actually he's ordering me a new shoe rack, which is really sweet. He was like, send me the link to the one you want and I'm going to order it for you. Because I was having such a stressed out week, you guys. My taxes were astronomical. I'm like, I broke. So just order me that shoe rack. It's really, really sweet. All right. Talk about sweet. This ring, I feel like it has such a sweet look to it. Again, when we're looking at these emeralds, I don't want everyone just to focus on like bigger, bigger, bigger. Because sometimes bigger isn't better. Sometimes there's just so much charm and sweetness to a very dainty piece of jewelry. All right. And this ring is so dainty. But yeah, we are incorporating quite a bit of Boyaka Columbian emerald. You've got You've got the center one, which is the marquee cut. And then right next to that, you're going to have 2 rounds on each side. So this is a really great way for us to bring the price point down for you, okay? So instead of doing one large Columbian emerald, we're breaking it down into a few smaller stones. And that is going to help you to really get more carat weight, but since it's in a variety of stones at a lower price point. So it's kind of like a little hack. If you're wanting to get more carat weight, if you're wanting more of that green look coming from your emeralds, but you're wanting to be very budget friendly, having more small stones versus one large stone is going to achieve that for you. So I love this. I think it's very dainty, very easy for everyday wear. And I have to mention, you guys, this is actually featuring genuine earth mined diamonds. Now, I know many of us, myself included, we love lab diamonds. I have ordered some lab diamond pieces, one of which got stolen from my porch. I'm still sad about that. Thankfully, Shop LC refunded me, but they were sold out of the item, so that was a bummer. But I love lab diamonds just as much as you guys do. However, I still find so much value in a piece that features genuine earth mine diamonds. I just feel like to own earth mine diamonds is always going to be special, always has been, always will be. Diamonds are diamonds, right? Like, it's a luxury. It's a luxe, okay? So taking a look at these, that marquee cut, that's going to be a 14-point marquee cut. It's a 5 by 2.5 millimeters. So that is the perfect balance on your marquee cut. And then you're going to have the 4 rounds, each one of those being about 2 points or so on the rounds. So take a peek at that on the hand, and you'll see there, we've taken the way we've done all of the emeralds right there in the center. They're cohesive, right? So you see all of the green color right there in the center, and then you move outward to your diamonds. Those are going to be tapered baguettes. You've got 2 on each side. So I kind of love this because it almost narrows out. You'll see as you head outward towards the band, everything begins to narrow out. So you start with the widest, which is going to be the marquee, narrow slightly to the 2 Columbian emerald rounds, and then those tapered baguettes really kind of narrow everything towards the band. So it's a really great look, and it's a very comfortable fit. I would say if you're looking for like an everyday wear emerald, this would be a really great piece. Something else to note on the Boyaca Columbian emeralds, you guys, is these are 7.5 to 8 on the hardness scale. Okay, so these are nice and what's the word? Durable stones. Not like so much as a diamond, right? But they are going to have some nice durability. So you actually can wear an emerald as an everyday piece. There are some stones that I would say, be careful. And not that you can't. If you're very dainty with your jewelry, very delicate with your jewelry, like I feel like my grandma could wear probably anything every day because she's not thumping her hands around. Where I'm more like trying to do everything with my jewelry on, walk my dog, tackle my dog to try to get her to go outside, all of it. And so I need something a little bit more durable, and this would be perfect for you guys. Let's take a peek at sizing. So we have sizes 6 through 9. We're pretty limited, y'all, 6 through 9 on that one. Now, of course, you could, if you wanted to, I think this would be a cute little pinky ring. If you wanted to do that. If you have a size 6 pinky, that would be very cute as a pinky ring because it's a kind of a compact look. So it'd be super cute as a pinky ring. Now, your start price on this one, $214.99. And y'all know what that means? That means we're actually going to be taking you under $200 on this one. We're going to go down to $161. $161 for a genuine Columbian emerald ring with earth mine diamonds. That is something that is really going to set this ring apart. And then after you apply your budget pay options, you're looking at $32 to get this one home if you choose to go the budget pay route. If you want to pay it out, that's fine. But remember, there's no interest. So personally for me, I'm like, if there's nothing to lose, I would just go for the budget pay. Why the heck not? All right. So take a peek. One final close-up here on your Boyaca Columbian emerald ring. And that one is going to be Shop 2. Shop 2. Oh, Patrick. Hi, Patrick. I don't know that we've met before. Welcome into the live stream. I hope you're having a good day. You're tuning in from YouTube, it seems. Patrick, let us know where you're from. I think everyone else tuning in, I know Big Joe is from North Carolina. Isaac's from Cleveland. Let us know where you're from, Patrick. Thanks for joining our live stream this morning. I love getting to know you guys. It was really fun this weekend. We had Gym Fest. Got to meet a lot of you right here in our studio in Austin, Texas. And so that was wonderful. I wish I could have hung out with you guys more, but I was working a ton throughout Gym Fest. So that unfortunately didn't happen. I didn't get to spend as much time with you guys as I would have liked, but next time. Okay. Final pair of earrings of the show. And you're probably going, wait, what? Lauren, how is this the final pair of earrings of the show? You've only done one other pair of earrings. Well, we're very limited on earrings, y'all. But the good thing is these earrings, or the dangles actually, are going to match nearly anything. I would say about 90% of the jewelry that we have today in our emerald is going to be in a yellow gold tone. Few pieces in a white tone. So those might be a little bit harder to match, but I feel with the studs, like with the dangles, but I feel like with the studs, it's less noticeable. It's more subtle what metal tone we're using. So I absolutely think you could mix and match these with gold tone or white tone jewelry if you want to match the earrings to a pendant or to a ring that we get to later in the show. All right, so we've got moissanite with your Boyaca Columbian emeralds, and these are going to be the stud earrings. Now, they do have a disc back. That is my favorite type of earring back. That's going to keep your stud very firmly planted on the ear, okay? So it's not drooping forward. It's going to keep you nice and compact right there on the ear. So these are going to have on your Columbian emeralds a 1/4 carat each ear. 1/4 carat each ear. So that's actually pretty substantial on the size that we're getting here. 4.5 by 3.5 millimeter ovals. So they're quite large. And then you're going to have 14 moissanites on each side. So the great thing about these is they have what we call a sunburst style halo. So a sunburst style halo kind of makes the piece look larger because it's almost like projecting rays of light outward, right? Because of the way those moissanite stones are set. So you'll notice here, it's almost like they're set like the petals of a flower. You have the round, but the prong is on the outer edge. So it's kind of pointing outward. So it gives you this bigger look with what you already have. If we just had a traditional halo, this would look that much smaller. You know what I mean? Like that edge right there. Here, let me show you there. That would not be there. So it would look much smaller compared to something that's going to look like it's moving outward, projecting light outward. So that's why I love a sunburst style halo so much, especially in a stud, because some studs can just be, I want to say boring, but basic, right? And it's good to have a basic, but I like a little glam. Even when I'm talking basic, I like a little glam, okay? So these will be done in your 18 karat gold vermeil. We went over the carat weights there. These are going to be really easy to wear. I think you're going to absolutely love them. So let's see. Starting price on these, $269.99. You know what I wanted to point out? These are 1 millimeter moissanite stones. I couldn't let that slip by because that's a nice size. 1 millimeter moissanite. So those are like, you're not going to just look like it's not going to be as if you're looking at just like little flakes of moissanite. You're actually going to be able to notice and see every single stone as you move around the ear. So I love that. Okay, now these are going to start at $269.99. So actually price match here between the dangling earring and the stud. So I would say you can choose. If you want to get a pair of emerald earrings today, you have the option. And the fact that they're at their same price point, I feel like that makes it so easy because you're not going to be thinking, oh, I better get the studs because they're a little bit cheaper. They're a little bit more affordable. You can actually just choose what you love because we're matching the price there. $269.99. We're going to bring that down to $202, and then you'll have a $40 budget pay. All right, $40 on budget pay. So it really just makes sense that choose a pair of earrings that you love. We're going to get into a ton of rings. Choose those earrings. You know, emeralds have such an essence to them. They have such a luxurious look to them. So if you really want the ultimate luxury experience in emeralds, I would say go for some earrings, because earrings are what other people see, right? I mean, yes, they see our rings, but our rings a lot of times are for us to enjoy. We peek down our hand, we're driving, we see our ring, we're riding, we see our ring. With earrings, when you're having a conversation, right? Earrings are what people are going to notice. They're framing the face. And so earrings are something that if you really want to showcase what you have, earrings are going to be the perfect opportunity to do so. All right, $40.50 on budget pay. These will be shop 3. Okay, shop 3. Yeah, with my package, I actually did ask my neighbors. However, they were actually traveling as well. So they were able to check for like the first 2 days I was gone, and then they were gone. And I thought, well, it'll be okay. After their 2.5 years, I thought, I've never had anything stolen. It was not okay. It was, in fact, not okay. So that sucked, but it's okay. Luckily, Shop LC, our customer service team, is amazing. And they made sure that they got that refunded for me. So that was really, really nice. All right, you guys, we are about to dip into, I believe, our first pendant of the show. Like I said, we'll have some pendants mixed in, but we're going to be very heavy on the rings today. Good morning, Leanne. Thank you for tuning in with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. It is always good to see familiar faces, friends of the live stream, and then also some new fresh faces, some new friends of the live stream. Because here at Shop LC, we really are a family. So once you start hanging out with us, once you start tuning in with us, it just becomes like you're chatting with friends and family. It really is a fun atmosphere to be in. All right, so this one will come with the chain included. I think everything today is going to come with the chain included. So that's something we've pretty much implemented, I would say, across the board here at Shop LC. Some of our super high end, it's like, you might have the rare occasion where it doesn't come with the chain, but majority of the time now you will get your chain included. You're going to have that single center stone, your Boyaka Columbian emerald. That is going to be a beautiful pear cut. It is a 40-point pear cut. I'm going to actually slip this one onto the neckline. And then get into the details because I want y'all to see it on. If you want to just see the pendant, you can go to the website and look at the photos. But there's something different about actually seeing it on a neckline. I feel like it allows the jewelry to really come to life. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Make sure I have it straight. Ooh, okay. Yes, that does come to life. All right. Okay, I'm loving it. So that Boyaka Columbian emerald, that pear, that's a 6x4 millimeter pear. And it is a 40-point stone. So we are really getting up there in carat weights now with our emeralds. It's almost half a carat on your emerald alone. And then surrounding it, we have moissanite. Now, we've done a double halo. So what we've done on this specific piece is you have the more traditional halo on the interior, and then we have that sunburst style halo that I was mentioning on the earrings on the outer halo. So what does that do? That is going to give you that extra kind of wow factor, right? We could have left it with the single halo and it would have been gorgeous, honestly. It would have been gorgeous with the single halo. But we chose to add on that second halo to give you the wow factor, to give you the elegance, and to give you that kind of glamorous effect of that outward burst of light. If you want something simplified, or even just rounded. I know some people like more rounded edges. We are going to have a pendant kind of in the second half that has a more rounded edged halo. Okay. And that one's really beautiful as well. It's not a pear shape. For pear shapes, I feel like we traditionally do utilize the sunburst style halo. Those two just go really well together. I don't know what it is. Those two just kind of go hand in hand. So your price point on this one with the 20-inch chain, y'all, 20-inch chain included, everything. The pendant, the chain, all of it is 18 karat gold vermeil. So just thinking about the pricing in silver, when you're getting the chain included, it's almost like a BOGO. It's almost like you're getting the pendant for free or you're getting the chain for free, because no longer are the days of finding a $20 sterling silver chain. It's just not possible. Gold prices rose, and so what happened? Everybody started buying silver. So then silver prices rose. So we're kind of in a predicament here at Shop LC because we've really set a tone with our pricing. And as that begins to change, not because we want it to change, but because the industry is changing, the metal markets are changing, we're trying to find ways to continue to bring you that pricing. And a lot of times with pieces like this, we're using silver, we're using gold, We're using pieces that we've had for a bit when it comes to our metals. We're using pieces, but we're using supply that we've had for a little while, so we're still able to allow you old gold and silver pricing. But once our supply runs out, I don't know what's going to happen, which actually right before I came in, I was so happy. I was going to the restroom and I ran into Mr. Carlo and Mr. Demos, who are here from Italy, from the Chrysos factory where we shot our live show in Italy. So they're here having some meetings, and I was like, what? Good morning. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to see you guys. I think they just got off the plane. They had their luggage in hand. So I was like, well, welcome. I'll come find you guys later. So that means we're probably making some deals for some silver and gold with Chrysos. So that's pretty amazing. All right, friends, $40 on your budget pay. This one will be shop 4. Shop 4 for a classic pair. Yes, I will. So I will be on the 2 p.m. live. And then, yes, I'm on 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, which I know really kind of feels like tonight, right? I always have to kind of like rework that in my mind. Like, wait, I work tomorrow morning, but it technically kind of feels like tonight. So 2 a.m. Tuesday, 2 a.m. tomorrow morning / tonight. Okay. I will be with you guys, with Cheryl, with Queen Bee. We'll be together. We love doing our night owl show. We have a lot of fun. So make sure I'll tune in for that. If you can't sleep, if you're hanging out, you just want to tune in for a little bit, we'd love to see you. We entertain ourselves at those wee hours in the morning. So hopefully we will entertain you as well. Now, this next piece is actually our first white metal tone piece of the show. Remember I mentioned majority was going to be done in yellow tones, but this piece is actually going to be done in a rhodium over sterling silver. So here's what I want to say about that. I think it's really, really interesting and also very special when a stone looks beautiful in any metal tone. So when a stone works in yellow gold tones, when a stone also works in white gold tones, you know you have a very special stone in hand, because some, they just don't work in both, right? Like, and you'll see some very limited pieces and you'll go, okay, that looks really pretty. But you probably won't see that piece done in that color tone over and over and over again. I would say for emerald, like 75% of the time it is placed in a gold tone. But when you see it in this rhodium over sterling, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Now, your center stone is going to be the oval. That's a 5x4 millimeter oval, 31 points. Now, this to me personally has a completely different look than the Boyaca Columbian emerald jewelry that we've been showing you so far. It's very fresh, right? Where I feel like placed in the vermeil, placed in the yellow golds, it's going to have more of a traditional look. It's going to have more of a classic look. When placed in the rhodium over sterling, it has a very fresh, very, not modern, but very elevated and fresh look to it. So completely different look. If you are someone who sticks with white golds, platinums, this is probably going to be one of the pieces that you want to get. So like I mentioned, you got the center oval, that's 31 points. You then do have 2 additional rounds. Each are going to be a 2 millimeter round. So that's about a tennis bracelet size on the 2 millimeter rounds. And then everything else is going to be beautiful moissanite, one of my favorite gemstones. So you've got a sunburst style halo, and you can see behind me a little bit better. I'll walk you through the details and then I'll give you an up close of the ring on the hand. But you've got the sunburst style halo surrounding that center stone. And then actually, as you make your way outward down the shoulders of the ring where you have that petite round, we have an infinity design with your moissanite. So I love that infinity design, because if you're giving this to someone for an anniversary, if you're giving this to someone as a mother-daughter, sister-sister, best friend, it's always nice to incorporate the infinity design, you know, friends forever, together forever, whatever that might be. But look at how whimsical this ring is. It's really very whimsical. I love that. I love how whimsical that is. I'm going to take a quick peek at everything we have, because I don't think we have anything else. We don't. Y'all, we don't have anything else in this emerald show that quite has this whimsical presence. So if you want something Very detailed, very whimsical. We're going to have a lot of very classic looks. But this is the only thing that's giving you kind of curved edges with that infinity look. So this is very different than anything else in the show. Very feminine and just kind of like, almost want to say like on this lighthearted side, right? It brings a little joy. It gives you a little energy burst, a little dopamine burst, I guess, with just this whimsical essence. Now, again, rhodium over sterling, so it's going to have this platinum-like finish. You can see on the back of the band. Mirrored-like finish, going to have a high polish and a high shine with your platinum. Sizes, ooh, sorry, y'all. I was hyping this up. Sizes 6, 7, and 8. Size 9 is already sold out. I know, it's a bummer. But we do have sizes 6, 7, and 8 available. This is a 5-star rated ring. So it is well loved here at Shop LC. Take a close-up look on the hand, and you'll just see how that Boyaka Columbian Emerald glows, right? Look at the glow. Start price, $240. We're going to bring you down there with your coupon code. Remember, that is LIVE, LIVE25. We're going to bring you down to $179.99. And then you will have a budget pay option for $36. $36 to get this one home. It is completely different from the rest. So if you're wanting something different, something unique, something that's going to stand out in emerald, I would definitely go for Shop 5. All right, you're going to want to comment Shop 5 for our whimsical infinity styled ring. And we're calling it the Bloom Brilliance. And I can kind of see that because the way we have the Starburst style halo, you do get this bloom-like look. And then, of course, I feel like with emerald, green is like that color of life, right? It's like the color of just growth and life. And, you know, you see the luscious green grass. That's kind of what green is. It's so symbolic of life. And so I think that too brings in that look of the blooming brilliance. Okay. Shop 5 for this one, you guys. Hope everyone is doing good out there. It looks like our new friend Patrick, you are from Arizona. So welcome in. We've got people from all over the place tuning in this morning. And a new friend from Arizona. So there we go. I love me some Arizona, actually. I never go there when the weather's nice, though. So that's always the bummer. I'm always there in the winter when it's really cold. And I know it can be absolutely beautiful there. So hopefully one day I'll get there when it's like, I think spring or fall. Because summer, you're like us here, it's super hot. Although I don't mind the heat. I can totally take the heat. Being a Texas gal, I'm like, I don't mind. Send me in 116-degree weather. I'm good. Okay. Now, this is a really nice look. It's kind of got a little bit of an antique look. I feel that we tend to do that a lot with emerald because it is such a legendary stone. So let's start with sizing first. Actually, let's start with the carat weights. Yeah, sizing. Okay, yay! I am so excited, you guys. I wanted to get to sizing first because I feel like I hyped up the last one a lot. I really loved that ring. And then I realized, oh my goodness, we are so limited on sizing. Y'all are going to be so like, what? I loved it. You explained it so beautifully, and now we don't have it in my size. So I wanted to get to sizing first. I love the size availability here, you guys. We are starting with a size 5 and going all the way up to size 10. That is actually huge. So we don't make size 5s in everything here at Shop LC. I actually had a customer write in the other night on one of my TV sideshows, and they were saying, oh my goodness, you have had nothing in size 5. And this is when we were doing the Akiana Mint Tourmaline. And we had a 2-hour feature on that stone as well. And we did not have a single size 5 in that gemstone. And so I was like, hey, don't stress on it. Get yourself a little ring back. We sell them at Shop LC. You can get them on the internet. I mean, they're so affordable to just get like a little silicone ring back. I used to use them all the time, actually, even when I was a kid, because I wanted to wear jewelry in my little hands. I would just put a little ring back on there. So you can get them. You can even get them at like the little stores in the mall, Claire's, Icing, if they have those stores. You can pick them up in there as well. So it's super simple. You just slip it on the back of your ring and then it's going to fit. But we have a size 5. Yes, petite fingered friends, I feel ya. I wear a size 5 as well. So like I get the pain. I understand it. But you just got to find little ways around it to make it work for you. So this is actually going to be, if I'm not mistaken, the first emerald cut or octagon cut emerald of the show, which could be known as an emerald cut, but we're going to call it the octagon, so we're not saying emerald cut emerald. The octagon cut here, emerald, that is a 32-point stone. And I really like what we've done here because we're adding some contrast. So you have the squared off edges of the octagon cut, but then we've added the moissanite rounds. And you'll notice there with the moissanite rounds, we're doing a sunburst style halo. So that's kind of adding some rounded edges here to what would be a very kind of like squared off piece. Because even as we move down the shoulders, right, you'll notice you've got two tapered baguettes of moissanite on the sides. So again, we're going back into that squared off look. So I love that in the midst of having very squared off, rectangular designed pieces, right around that stone, you actually have some beautiful round gemstones, the round moissanite. And not just round in like a traditional halo, because we could have done a traditional halo and squared off those edges, right? Channel set those into a squared off edge. But with the sunburst style halo, it really allows us to visualize and see that full on round presence, right? So take a peek at that on the hand. Now moissanite, majority, 32 points will come from your octagon, and then 28 points will come from the moissanite. So it's about 50-50 on where your carat weight is coming from. Even from a distance, you really notice that ring. Ooh, okay, 5-star rated item. Now this price point, this is going to be really great, you guys. So we're actually starting under $200. We're starting under $200, so you know it's going to be a really sweet deal. And here's the thing with these shows, you guys, is we are going to bring things at all different prices because we want everybody to be able to have the opportunity to own and treasure these pieces. So we're going to bring you down to $133.49, okay? $133.49. Under $150 to own a genuine Boyaca Columbian emerald. When people talk about emeralds, what are they talking about? Columbian emeralds, okay? And you are owning a Columbian emerald for under $150. Budget pay option on that is $26. So super great, super budget friendly with a $26 budget pay. You will go ahead and comment shop 6. We'll do a quick measurement. I've been forgetting to measure for you guys. A little over 1/4 inch there. Top to bottom. And that will be shop 6. The emerald itself is a 5x3 millimeter. Now we're going to get into another pendant next. Have I been having luck on the dollar options? Because I did hear, or I read on the VIP page, there was, I guess, somebody really kind of ruining the auctions for everybody, like ramping up the prices on everything and kind of ruining the dollar auctions. But I think they blocked that person. So they should be back to normal. But I had read that, and I know the team was working really hard behind the scenes to make sure that they were able to block that person. And y'all, this is crazy. That person that was doing that on the auctions had like over 1,000 accounts. I don't even know how you could do that. I don't even know how you would have time to create over 1,000. I guess bots. I don't understand how AI and bots and stuff work, but I guess bots. So I was like, whoa, that's very intense. To infiltrate our little dollar auctions seems like not something that you would be striving to do, but okay. Some people just like to wreak havoc. All right, now, I love this look. So we've talked about sunburst style halos, right? We've talked about them with round cut stones, but you can also do a sunburst style halo with baguette cut stones. And I really love that because they've actually kind of, it elongates the entire piece. And we're going to have the matching ring coming up next. So we're going to really do a deep dive on the pendant, and then we'll go through the ring quite quickly because they are a perfect match here. And we've got a couple of pieces like that, so that's what we'll do. Now, you're going to get your 20-inch chain included. It has a lobster claw closure there on the back, so we do have the elevated closure for you. And that is going to be in vermeil, 18 karat gold vermeil, as well as the pendant. So everything you see is an 18 karat gold vermeil. Then you'll notice you've got your center stone. So the center stone is going to be your oval cut emerald. That's a 5 by 4 millimeter stone. 30 points on your emerald. Now, something that we haven't seen in a little bit here with our emeralds is your accent stones on this are, again, genuine earth mined white diamonds. I will speak personally and say the quality on these diamonds is really beautiful. And I'm someone who's like a little bit iffy personally. If they're not good quality diamonds, I would rather use lab. I would rather use moissanite. But these are really beautiful quality. They're not graded, but just when you see them, they're white. They're not like kind of hazy. They're not dark. They're white. They're bright. They're beautiful. Probably speaks to the cut as well. So let's see. The diamonds you're going to have, we've got some rounds. We've got some rounds mixed in, but the baguettes, the tapered baguettes, you're actually going to have 20 of those. And I'll show you where those rounds are because you might be going, wait, Lauren, what? I thought this was a baguette sunburst style halo. But kind of the corners almost, where the prongs are, let's say that, because you're like, wait, an oval doesn't have corners. But where the prongs are, you actually have some round diamonds, okay? So take a peek here. There's your beautiful oval. Now you'll notice where each prong is. Where the 4 prongs are, you've got a round diamond, okay? A round diamond. And then in between is where you have the fanning out of your tapered baguette diamonds. So in between each 2 rounds, you're actually going to have 5 tapered baguette diamonds, okay? So giving you a total of 20 beautiful tapered baguette diamonds and then 4 of those rounds. But look at that on the neckline. Very easy to wear. So far, you guys, our pricing is blowing me away because so many of these items make sense because we're talking about similar carat weights. But so many of our items in this category have been priced at the same price time and time again that I'm like, you're going to have a really hard time choosing because we're not limiting you based on, okay, this is my budget today. I can get this pendant. We're like, okay, this is your budget today. You can choose which pendant you want to get. We're making it even more complicated for you, but it's not complicated because you have things like budget pay. So you almost don't have to make a choice if you don't want to. All right, so here we go. That is going to be your baguette cut halo, 20 inches on your chain with the lobster claw. Your start price was $270. We are going to take you down to $202.50, and then we'll bring you a budget pay of $40.50. I know we're getting very familiar with these numbers today. That one will be Shop 7. Shop 7 for your Boyaca Columbian Emerald. And then we'll get into Shop 8, which is actually going to be the matching ring. These are the first 2 like officially matching pieces we've done, although I think the past pendant does have a ring that is, I don't know if they were designed to be a match, but they're going to have the look of a match. So when I bring up that ring, I'll bring the pendant back in to show you guys. So you are going to have like a literal, wait, yes, okay, confusing myself. I'm like, wait. You're going to have an actual direct match here on your ring. And I've got to mention, you guys, there's a bundle and save on the website. So if you want to get both, go ahead, head to the website, do the bundle and save when you scroll down. And sometimes, no promises, sometimes it will actually allow you to apply the coupon code on top of your bundle and save. So that's a really great way to pull in some additional savings when you do the bundle and save on top of, or the coupon code on top of the bundle and save. So here is the beautiful ring. Look at your emerald. Hello. A 37-point oval, 5 by 4 millimeter. And then you've got the round and the baguette cut diamond. So it is a direct match to the pendant. They match beautifully. Neither one of them are too over the top. So you could definitely wear these day in and day out as a matching set. And they just look stunning on. I mean, it's the perfect pop of color without being over the top. And I also feel like on these particular pieces, the green is definitely a neon, right? I mean, it's definitely like, whoa, okay, that's emerald, but it's not too distracting. It's more luxurious with that bright color, right? Because sometimes really vibrant color can be distracting, especially if you're someone who works in an office environment. You're wearing a lot of neutrals, right? You're wearing gray, brown, black. You're wearing suits, things of that nature. To bring in a colored gemstone might be a little overwhelming, just depending on, like, it might be like, whoa. where'd that come from? But I feel like this would be actually the perfect complement if you want just that slight introduction of color into your wardrobe if you are more of a neutrals person. Okay, now I'm wearing green today to kind of go with those emeralds, but emerald looks beautiful with pretty much anything. Like you could wear it with pink. You could wear it with red. I mean, if you wear it with red, I feel like you're falling a little bit into it. Might look a little Christmassy. But you can literally wear your emeralds with anything. They look great with purple, with those neutrals like I was mentioning. Also with like an orange or a yellow, you're always going to be able to pull in those emeralds. And so when you have a matching set, you know, Gaia is actually live right now on our television broadcasts. And she is the one who taught me you should always wear a matching set. If you have the choice to have a matching set, get the matching set. In Italy, that is like what all the women do. If you're going to go out of the house, you put on your matching set of jewelry. It pulls you together. It's like the finishing touch. And so ever since you told me that, I'm like, I think the Italians are onto something. The Italians are onto a lot of things. So who am I kidding? We got actually a lot of Italians in the building right now between Gaia being here, our Christos people being here. We got a lot of Italians here today. Okay, you guys. So your ring sizing on this one, we're going to have 6 through 9. 6 through 9. Now, we did originally have size 10, but it sold out. So there's a little bell in the corner. I just recommend click on that. That will allow you can put in your email. And if we get it back in stock, y'all, I did this with the ring that got stolen from my porch. I haven't gotten my email yet, but I'm hoping. If we get it back in stock, you're going to get an email saying, hey, we got your ring back. And then you can go ahead, go and place your order. So you never know. You never know. Sometimes it's as simple as like, we might have one somewhere in a studio. We might have one taken to get done in a photo shoot. And so once it's out of inventory being checked out to do that, it doesn't show up. And so it might pop back in and they're like, hey, we got it. And you can hop on and order what you love. All right, pricing. We are starting at, remember, this is your 37 point. So that is actually the largest emerald we've had so far. We are starting at $335. After a coupon code, we will bring you to $251. And then we're going to bring in those budget pays, $50.24. $50.24. All right. Okay, my friends, that one will be shop 8. If you want to come in on the corresponding pendant, that one is shop 7. So shop 7 and shop 8, those are going to be your corresponding matching pieces. And on either one of those, if you want to comment shop 7 or you want to comment shop 8, once you get to the product page, you can actually scroll down to the bottom. And from there, you can do a bundle and save option if you want to make sure you are getting the full look, the full set, the full collection there on your emerald pieces. I did, Isaac. I hope I can get back to Italy next fall with the team. That was a really, really fun show. I know Hunter and Heather are headed to Brazil next week. I hope they have a wonderful time. Brazil is such a beautiful country. I already told Casey. I already told him I'm going to send him a photo of some peanut butter candy that I got when I was in Brazil that I bought like 6 packages of, you guys. I like literally had it up until like last year. And I went to Brazil in 2021. So I had it for like 4 years. I would just have it for special moments. But I'm like, I'm out. I'm going to send you a picture. You can get it at the grocery store. It's like, okay, I can do that for you. So this is nice because this is the only band ring we have of the show. And I really love the design on this because this is like the no fuss ring, okay? All of your emeralds are completely channel set. So if you are someone who is just, I know we talked about it. I mean, the durability of emerald is pretty nice, right? The durability of emerald, you've got 7.5 to 8 on the hardness scale. So we're not talking about a stone that's like soft or super malleable, but if you are someone who's just extremely hard on jewelry, you're in a work field where, you know, you're knocking things around, or you're like me and you're just kind of always using your hands and you're scattered, you know, you want something that's going to be very, very durable. And that's what this ring is. It's extremely durable. And I'll tell you why, because your stones are channel set. So what does that mean? I know for a lot of people, you're like, I already know that, Lauren. Why are you telling me this? But I feel like here on the live stream, a lot of times it's an educational opportunity because we have a lot of viewers who are just passing through the neighborhood, right? You're like, I don't know what this is all about, but I'm scrolling. I saw you guys. I'm going to hop on and see what y'all are doing. And so I like to go through things with you guys. But when something is channel set, that means the stones are actually set into the metal. So in this case, this ring is done in an 18 karat yellow gold vermeil. And basically, it's like a river of stones. So you'll see there on the top behind me, you have kind of like an inset. It's almost like an inlay where you have this framework of your vermeil. And then your 7 emeralds are placed right there on the front, but they're channel set. So they're set into the vermeil. Okay, they're set into it. Now, you're having 7, which I kind of like 7, lucky number 7. My lucky number is 27. I know a lot of people's lucky numbers are 7. So I feel like it's always nice when we have these 7 gemstones moving across the front of the hand. Now, those are going to be 2.5 millimeter stones. Okay, and I make a huge emphasis on that because, friends, my tennis bracelet that I wear pretty much all the time is a 2.5 millimeter tennis bracelet. So, like, we're talking tennis bracelet size stones on your ring. You get 7 of them at nearly half a carat. So 40 points on your Boyaca Columbian emerald. And I just love the look of that on the hand. I think, gentlemen, you could do this as a pinky ring if you wanted because it's very sleek. If you do live in cold weather climates, very glove friendly. There's nothing to snag on that because everything is curved and edged and inset into your band ring, okay? 5-star rated item. This is just one of the easiest pieces to wear. I would say if you have like your wedding stack and you wanted to add a colored gem band, I know a lot of people like, oh, we had a little boy, we'll add a blue or a green colored gem band. This would be perfect to add to your wedding stack to add that pop of color, or even to as a right hand ring, right? But the we ring and the me ring. So if you wanted to do it on the right hand, this could be your right hand ring as well. It's just so easy to wear. This is one that, like, it could honestly be your all day, everyday ring. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. It's going to go with everything beautifully. It's going to be so wearable. It's not getting caught. If you have little ones, there's nothing that can like scratch them. Everything is so smooth and rounded. All right, my friends, starting price on that is going to be at $304.99. We're going to bring you down to $228, and then your budget pay on that will be $45.74. Now, I don't know if I mentioned sizing. I'll mention it real quick. We have sizes 6 through 9. 6 through 9. So that's why I was like, gentlemen, pinky ring. Couldn't really do it as a ring, but it would be great for pinky ring. And then ladies, if you wear a size 5, I put it on the middle finger and it works perfectly for me. I wear a size 5. So just a little pointer. That size 6 would be great for your middle finger if you wanted. I don't know about, okay, it could be index as well. Could be index also. Okay. This one will be shop 9. Shop 9 for our one and only band ring of the show. And Isaac, to answer your question, no, I will not be doing TikTok, but I will be back at 2 p.m. Okay, so here we go. Y'all, what a fun way to kick off the week with emerald, right? Cheryl will be like, it's the money stone. Green is the money color. So, hey, maybe it is for you. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Okie dokie. Let's take a peek. Oh, we've got I almost called it a trillion. A trilogy. A trilogy ring. Trilogy. Triple flame. Oh, okay. That's a new way to phrase it. We are amping up the trilogy ring to the triple flame. All right, Shop LC. I love it. We get very creative with the naming of our pieces. So you have a trilogy ring. Now we are dipping back into some white gold tones. So this is actually going to be your rhodium over sterling. Okay, rhodium over sterling silver. You're going to have 3 Boyaca Columbian emerald stones, getting you a total carat weight of your emerald of 53 points. And those are each going to be, the center one, is going to be a 5x3, and then the 2 side stones will be 4x3. So just slightly smaller on the sides, and I'm going to get talking to y'all about that in a minute. But we are also getting back to genuine earth mine diamonds, so I love that. Let's look at the shoulders of this ring, because that's where a lot of the personality is coming in, okay? And so as we go down the sides, you've got these tapered baguettes, and they're kind of doing like a fanned out presence. So you've got 3, and then it goes down to 2 as you make your way off of your Boyaca Columbian emeralds. And then, of course, you've got your 3 center stones. I think by now most of us know, right? When you see a trilogy ring, it is the past, present, and future. And so I love that because I love how we have the present as the largest stone, right? Keep yourself rooted. Keep yourself grounded in the present. It's okay to look back at the past and smile at your memories, at your successes, even smile at your failures, right? Because a lot of times our failures bring us to where we are, right? Our failures make us who we are. And then the future is slightly smaller as well because we don't want to get so caught up on what's next. What's next? What do I need to do next? What am I? Always moving, always going for the next best thing. Enjoy where you are in the present. Now, it doesn't mean just to get lazy and comfortable. Keep striving. Keep being the best you can be. But I love that the present is the largest because I think that's something that you can look down at this ring and remember. And I know for a lot of people, a trilogy ring is something that they do for an anniversary, right? Past, present, future, like of your relationship. But I have just kind of flipped the trilogy ring to where my mindset is, you know what? This is for you. This is like your little reminder of your past, your present, your future. So you don't have to wait for someone to get this for you for your anniversary. Treat yourself so you can have that little reminder every day when you look down at your hand. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Oh, I love that. Isaac wrote in, he said, my mom said that it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's a nice way to look at a trilogy ring. I've never thought about it that way. Because, yeah, I mean, if you think of like the Holy Trinity, that's a new perspective, Isaac. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. I like that. And you know, so many people wear a 3-stone ring, a trilogy ring, that actually that totally makes sense. I really like that perspective. All right, you guys, $335 is your start price. Sizing on this one, we're doing sizes 6 up through 10. 6 through 10 on the triple flame emerald ring. The starting price is going to be $335 to start. We'll take you down to $251. And then we're going to get a budget pay of about $50 to get this one home. Sizes 6 through 10, and it is a 5-star rated item. I always want to point you guys back to the website to read those reviews, right? Take a peek at the reviews. And really, to me, that's a great way. You can hear me talk all day, and you might be going, of course, she makes it sound good. That's her job. But when you read the reviews on the website, whether it be the specific product, a lot of times items are new, so they don't have a ton of reviews or they might not have any. But when you read reviews in general on our website, you're getting words from people who've spent their hard-earned money on this jewelry. And so when you're reading those positive reviews, it's really going to show you and speak to the quality of our jewelry and also just the customer experience of those who shop with us here at Shop LC. All right? Now, we are going to continue. I thought there was one more thing I was going to say about this ring, but it's escaped me. So if it comes back to me, I'll mention it. I don't think I missed anything, but there was something in the back of my mind. It'll come back. This one will be Shop 10, all right? Shop 10. Remember, this, let me do a double take. After this, we're only going to have one more ring in rhodium over sterling. Everything else is going to be in gold tones, in those yellow tones, okay? So if you like that crisp, clean, a little bit more modern spin here on your emerald, you are definitely going to want to shop 10. Okay, now we are going to get into some very elevated emerald. Remember I said at the beginning of the show, we're bringing something for everyone, right? We are bringing something for literally everyone out there, every price point. So we're bringing in different quality emeralds. We're bringing in gold. We're bringing in vermeil, silver, all of the things so that everyone has the opportunity to get in on emerald, okay? So with this one, we are actually featuring this in gold, okay? 10 karat yellow gold. Now, sometimes people write in and they'll say 10 karat gold. I want 14 karat gold. Here's the thing, you guys. This is what I'm going to say from my own personal experience. 10 karat gold is the most durable. You know that, right? So if you want jewelry that is so completely wearable that you don't have to think twice about it when you put it on, 10 karat gold is the way to go. It is going to go with you anywhere. It's going to be durable. It's going to be strong. It's going to be wearable. So keep that in mind. Focus on the positive of that, hey, it's gold, all right? And you're getting very wearable gold, which I love as well. Now, this is the largest carat weight we have seen yet in emerald. 77 points, over 3/4 of a carat. I know you might be going, Lauren, it's not even a carat. Here's the thing, y'all, you don't see large emeralds. Y'all notice that throughout our show. We could bring you kunzite, and kunzite, I mean, they're massive. You got 11 carats, you got 9 carats. Different gemstones some come available in larger carat weights. Emerald is not one of those gemstones. You don't see, unless you're in a museum or unless you're at an auction, you're not going to see a massive cut emerald. It's just not something that's out there. So the fact that we even have this 3/4 carat, and y'all, can you take a peek at the quality on that? That is insane. The glow on this emerald is absolutely magical. Then we've got an additional 13 points from those diamonds. You've got an earth mine diamond on each side. Wow. 7 by 5 millimeters on that round. This is top quality. All right. And that's the thing is, this is going to be a premium Boyaca Columbian emerald. So the way we do our grading and the way grading is done is it's premium, and then you'll have your AA, AAA, quad A. But I don't know. If this was done in 18 karat gold, I could see it possibly being graded higher. Now, I'm not saying that it's great, that it is. You can be the judge of that. You can take it to a jewelry store, actually, and have them look at it. You can have it appraised. Get it home. That would be my best advice, is get it home and then use your 30 days if you want to have it appraised, if you want to have someone look at it and go, oh, to me, that's looking like a graded gemstone. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Someone wrote in, unless it's lab grown. And that is true. There are lab grown emeralds out there. And that's actually a word of caution I want to say to everyone is, if you're out shopping, okay, and you see a massive emerald and it seems too good to be true, and they're not advertising it as lab grown, just be cautious, because it might be too good to be true. It might be a lab grown emerald. So thank you for pointing that out. I don't believe we've brought in any lab grown emeralds yet here at Shop LC. I know we've done, I think, some rubies and a couple gemstones, but we have not yet done lab grown emeralds. Not to say we won't, because I know many of you do want the larger carat weights, but just if you're out there shopping, I know some people were very transparent when it comes to what's lab grown and what's earth grown. Not everyone is, okay? So just be very mindful when you're out shopping. If you see a huge emerald and it's like, that seems a little too good to be true, it might be a little too good to be true, okay? So take a peek at this one here on the hand. It is incredible. That stone's amazing to me. Now, we've got a really nice size range. We're starting at size 5. Do we go up from there, or do we just go to the 8.5? Because I know we have half sizes, so that's really nice. Ooh, okay. Y'all, this is really good. So likely because it's in gold, we've given you a really wide size range. You have 5 to 11 with all of the half sizes in between. So literally, like, you can get this to perfectly fit your hand. Perfectly fit your hand. Wow. That's insane, you guys. That sizing, that is the most inclusive sizing we've had the entire show. Now, price point, you're starting at just under 15, so you're at $14.70. Of course, we will apply our Live 25 coupon code. That is going to bring you to $1,102, $1,102, and then you'll get a budget pay option of $220 on your Shop LC interest-free budget pay. I know earlier in the show we've had a lot of really kind of lower price point items, and so you might have been thinking, well, you know, like, I'm not going to worry about budget pay, but as we get into the gold, as we get into the graded gemstones, definitely a time to think about, okay, should I use budget pay? Because I want you to get stuff home without being stressed out. And y'all, I've been feeling the financial stress. Taxes, I felt like I was going to be sick. My taxes were so much. I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was so stressful. So I don't want y'all to feel stressed out when you purchase something. I want you to feel at ease. And budget pay is going to help you feel at ease. If I could have portioned out the payments on my taxes without crazy fees, I would have felt so much more at ease. That's not an option, unfortunately. Okay, take a peek. Shop 11. Shop 11. There we go. All right, you guys, that is our first little dip into gold and luxury in our emeralds. I so appreciate you guys making that shout out about the lab emeralds, because I really hadn't even thought about it since we don't have them here. But like I said, the live streams are a really great place to learn and also for us to kind of, get word out to you, because a lot of people, like I said, on our live streams, this is not our TV station. So you're not seeking us out to come watch us necessarily. Some of you are, and I love it. I love it when we have Shop LC family. It's just like, I'm there. Y'all are on at 10, I'm there. Y'all are on at 2, I'm there. But then sometimes, we have people who are literally just passing through social media. They see us and they're like, wait, I want to stop and see what this is all about. Well, I have to say to anyone out there who you're just passing through, you are in the right place. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk gems, and also you have the opportunity to purchase some really beautiful pieces. So it's just kind of a full trifecta: bargain, beauty, and fun, all wrapped into one. Okay. So this is actually going to match the pear-shaped pendant that we did earlier. Okay. The pear-shaped pendant was shop 4. So if you want to do a matching ring for that pendant, this is going to be your opportunity. So your pear cut emerald. Ooh, look at that. That is like a very, very rich in color emerald. Wow. That's one of the richest emeralds we've had so far. That is going to be a 41 point, 6 by 4 millimeter stone, surrounded by 41 millimeter moissanite stones. And as I mentioned with the pendant, you're going to have the inner halo traditional. The outer halo is the sunburst look. So that's going to give you a really big presence on the hand, a really big look there on the hand, with the outer halo being that sunburst style. Okay. Now everything is done in 18 karat gold vermeil. So we have dipped back into your 18 karat gold vermeil. It's kind of a pun there, right? We've dipped because this has been silver dipped in gold many, many times. And that's the thing with vermeil, you guys, is it has to be dipped in gold many more times than just a traditional like gold over. If it has the word vermeil, there's a lot of gold coating so that it's not going to be able to wipe off over time. Sizing on this one, we are out of size 6. If you were seeking that one, just go ahead, press the little bell, and input your email. Size-wise, you will have 7 through 10 available. Okay, 7 through 10 available. Take a peek at that on the hand. I'm going to do a measurement because, wow, that really spans the finger, doesn't it? Wow, just under half an inch. I am so like, what? I'm caught off guard at that one. Wow. That's gorgeous. And you know what? Imagine having these two together. You're going to look like $1 million. Ladies, emeralds truly, I mean, you're getting crazy good pricing, but when people see you wearing emeralds, like, they imagine that you've spent a fortune, because emeralds are just, again, we said at the beginning of the show, like, if you were going around in a circle naming gemstones, I guarantee you emerald would be one of the first gemstone mentioned. It would probably be diamond, ruby, emerald, or diamond, emerald, ruby. Those are the 3, sapphire next, but those are the stones that just pop into our head immediately because they're known to be luxury. They're known to be prestigious in the world of gemstones. All right, you guys, let's do a close-up here. I want you to see the beautiful color on your emerald. 41 points. I think that's the second largest carat weight after that 74 point that we had just done. Start price on this one for you is $335. We will take you down to $251 with a $50 budget pay. Just look at the elegance on the hand. There's something about a pear cut. You know, a pear is just so elegant and so elevated. All right, this one will be shop 12. Shop 12. Now we'll move into our second little cluster of jewelry here. We are about to have a 2 pieces that are matching. So we'll have a pendant and a ring. And so we'll do a deep dive on the first one. And the second one, we'll just kind of go very quickly over the details since we'll already go through it on the first one. So always like to do that because that gives you the opportunity to kind of like get all the information, but then we can not overdo it, right? Because you're like, okay, I already heard about the ring. I know the pendant's matching. I don't need to hear everything. Okay, again, you know what, y'all? This has been such a great show. So far, we have featured so many Earth Mine diamonds. I love to see that because I know we are moving a lot more we are getting a lot more into the usage of lab diamonds, okay? And I'm not against it. Like I said, I've purchased lab diamonds. but I still just really love being able to own jewelry with Earth Mine diamonds. To me, it just still holds a lot of value personally. I'm like, I want Earth Mine diamonds. So I love to see that, okay? Now, this one is going to be in your 18 karat yellow gold vermeil. We are going to bring you a 32-point oval on your emerald. You'll notice it's slightly lighter in color than what we were seeing on the emerald placed in gold, okay? And remember how I mentioned that was going to be your premium. So this is non-graded versus premium. Both gorgeous, but just when you get into the gold is when you're going to get a little more punch of color. And then as we move up from the 10 karat gold into like 14 or 18 or even platinum, that's when the color is really going to go up, because we place our finest quality gemstones obviously in those higher metals. You're still going to get a gorgeous emerald, and you're getting Earth Mine diamonds. So we're really kind of playing with fire here, putting those Earth Mine diamonds in into the vermeil, because oftentimes with vermeil, it's moissanite, it's white zircon. So that's why I really love seeing this over and over again, because I know we're giving you something so incredibly special. And so 32 points, 5x4 millimeter oval, surrounded by diamonds. And what I love here is we've given you a lot of contrast and a lot of character in the double halo, because we've incorporated not only rounds, but also baguettes. So on your inner halo, you're going to have alternating rounds and baguettes. And then on your outer halo, you're going to have the rounds only. So that's where I think the character comes in with this ring. Because if we were just looking at inner halo, outer halo, you could look at, if we were looking at that and both were just round halos, I'm sorry, I misquoted myself, missaid myself. If both were just round halos, it would be beautiful. It'd be a beautiful ring. But I feel like when we add that little differentiating factor, it gives your piece character. It gives your piece distinction. So it's not just run of the mill, right? It's those little things. And our design team, honestly, they are outdoing themselves. They keep getting better and better and better about creating these pieces that are so dynamic and so interesting. And so that's what I love to see in pieces like this. So here's that one. I'm going to grab the ruler for this one too. Okay, just under 1/2 inch as well. Your start price on that one, actually size first. Sizes 6 through 9 available. 6 through 9. You'll notice I have it on the middle finger there. Starting price is going to be $305. We're going to take that coupon code, bring you down to $228. And then we've got a budget pay option for you of $45.75. Okay, so under $50 to get it home. This one will be shop 13. Now, we're going to bring in the matching pendant. That one will be separate. It's a separate auction. It's going to be shop 14, but they are back to back. So I want to bring them in together so you can see, one, how beautifully they match, but two, can kind of go through, okay, same details, same look on the neck that you had on the hand. All right. Now, yes, exciting for you guys. There is a bundle and save option, so feel free to take advantage of that. You can go to the website, comment shop 13 or shop 14, scroll down, and you can actually add them both to your cart, get an additional savings, and then stack your coupon code. No promises, but it might work. Now, center stone, 5x4 millimeter oval on your emerald. That's 30 points on your emerald with gorgeous diamonds surrounding that. Again, same halo that we just mentioned in your ring. The inner halo is going to be alternating between baguettes and rounds. And then your outer halo, you have a halo of gorgeous rounds. Alrighty, so don't have to worry about size on this one, but you will get the 20-inch chain included. So your chain is going to come with your pendant. 20 inches, pretty much perfect for every neckline. Now, if you're worried, maybe you're like me, I prefer an 18-inch. You can always trade that out at home for a different chain. But I feel like, see what it looks like on with your clothing. Sometimes a 20-inch works. It just depends on your neckline that day, right? So start price for this one is going to be $295. We will bring you down to $221. And then your budget pay pricing of $44.24. So basically, you can get these home together if you wanted to do budget pay for $90 today. $90. Okay, I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to drape it over the hand so that y'all can see them side by side. Yeah, I'll bring those up close to you guys. Look at the sparkle actually coming off of your emerald. I feel like we don't always see that with emerald. Emerald can kind of be dull sometimes, and these have a lot of sparkle factor. Now your chain, that will have a lobster claw closure, so that's going to be an elevated lobster claw as well. Lala Mosley, did these emeralds have a blue tone? Not necessarily a blue tone. Lala, I would say these have just like a very, you know what? I see what you're saying. Because they have that kind of neon glow coming through. And it's almost like Caribbean ocean. I don't even want to say turquoise, but I think I might see what you're talking about with the blue tone. It's like an underlying neon. And probably not as much as you're seeing on the screen, but I will say looking at them in person, I get what you're saying. It's going to be very subtle. It's more of a neon green essence, but with these lighter non-graded Columbian emeralds. If you've ever been on like a boat in the ocean, like in the Caribbean, and you're out in the middle and it's like, whoa, the water's clear, but it has like that. Yes. Okay. That's exactly what you're talking about. So yes, I would agree. They have that kind of like slight undertone, like an ocean color. Good way to describe that. Thank you, Lala, for sharing that with us because you are spot on, girlfriend. Okay. Pendant was shop 14 and the ring was going to be shop 13. Now we will be getting to our most substantial pendant, well, not even pendant, I can't call it a pendant, most substantial necklace of the day. So this is actually a fully designed and completed and executed necklace. And you'll notice that I've got my necklace here on the side. But it's got a beautiful, like, it's like this vine kind of intertwined, and that's setting up that stationary V shape at the base of the neckline. So these are the kind of pieces that we almost kind of think about with like royalty wearing, right? Those like stationary necklaces, very elaborate, very intricate. That's what you're going to see here. You've got this twisting of your rhodium over sterling silver. So again, one of the few that we're featuring in rhodium over sterling. And actually, you know what? This would go beautiful with the ring we did early on, which was shop 5, because it had the sunburst halo and then it had the infinity. And these almost look like infinities, those twists.
We have a surprise triple bundle.
Oh, that's an interesting bundle. Okay, so that was 1 and 2, or 2 and 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 and 2. Thank you for pointing that out. Ooh, okay. So you can bundle items 1 and 2 with this one. That is a surprise triple bundle. Surprise. Okay, mid-show surprise, you guys. That's awesome. So if you want to kind of mix it up, get a pair of earrings, get a ring, and then get yourself just a very elaborate, well-done necklace, this is your chance. So this is, you know what, let me double check that. Okay, yeah, it is. It's adjustable from 18 to 20 inches on the neckline. I have it at 18. And we're going to be utilizing moissanite here for that nice little pop of sparkle. So everything done in rhodium over sterling silver. Again, you will have the lobster claw closure on the back. But let's get through the design of this pendant. So it's a drop, and the drop itself is not stationary. Okay, you'll see. The emerald has movement, and you're going to want that because you want light to hit your stone to really bring out the color and to bring out the full effect of that emerald. So I love that you've got movement on the emerald. That is going to be surrounded by round cut moissanite stones in a sunburst style halo. You then have this attached to that V-shaped base that I was talking about. So that is going to be that stationary base. And a lot of times we think about like the olden days, movies, Victorian era, they had these very elaborate, like high up, huge, elaborate necklaces. This is that like a scaled down version. So if you're wanting that elevated look, maybe you're going to a wedding, you're going to a formal function, you want the elevated look, this is the kind of piece that you purchase and get into your collection, okay? So on this one, you've got the drop. Your emerald itself is going to be 40 points. So that is of size as well. I'm going to slip this off the neckline so I can show you over the hand because I want you to see what I mean by that kind of stationary V. Now, on the stationary V itself, you've got the twisting of what would be like 2 strands of rhodium over sterling. One is covered in moissanite, and then the other is going to be your high polished rhodium over sterling. And so those alternate, and that brings you really beautiful contrast. Look at how elegant this is. And that emerald, I know it's a 40 point, but it presents huge. And I think that probably is because of the sunburst style halo, but it presents very large. And here again, like this is stationary, okay? So this is always going to have that V shape, which I love. That's going to keep that really elegant look on the neckline. Sometimes we'll have these where like they can kind of give a little, and then I feel like one side might be a little lower or the other. And so I like that that's stationary, and then you'll notice the chain is attached at the tops. But that being stationary means it's going to be perfect on the neckline. Nothing's going to be lopsided. Okay, so price point, we're starting at $375. We will apply our live 25 coupon code. That brings you to $281. And then you've got a budget pay of $56. No interest, no credit check. This one will be shop 15, shop 15. That is the statement necklace of the show. So if you're wanting this statement, you want to make a statement, like I said, you got a wedding, a formal occasion, you are looking for your I'm going out piece. That's a really beautiful I'm going out piece. And it's emerald, so like it's timeless luxury. You are getting something that you will wear forever. Emerald is never going out of style, right? I mean, we've talked about emerald, I feel like forever. Emerald is mentioned in the Bible. It's mentioned throughout history. Emerald is a gem that has always been well known. So I don't think we're ever going to reach a time where it's like, what is an emerald? Emerald what? That won't happen. That will not happen. Excuse me. Okay, you guys, I hope you're having a great time so far. If you have any questions, let us know. If you need to see something again, let us know as well. Now, we're going to dip into the first auction where we actually have mixed colored gems here with your emerald. So sizing on this is going to be 6 up through 10 or 6 through 9, pardon me. And I am loving it because you guys, you actually have natural champagne diamonds. Natural champagne diamonds in this bundle. I cannot, or not bundle. I'm thinking of the bundle deal, y'all. My mind is still on how great that bundle deal was. I'm like, in this bundle. No, you're going to have natural champagne diamonds in this ring. So I also love too that there's tiers. So this is going to have a really nice high profile. Your emerald is set on top of that first halo, and then everything works its way down to the hand. So your emerald, you have a beautiful oval emerald, really nice in color there. And I think also the fact that we have the champagne diamonds right underneath, that's going to be a really dark, warm color tone. So that is actually going to be giving you, I don't want to say contrast, but it's going to, okay, it's going to allow your emerald to come to life, right? It's like if you have a black tablecloth and then you put down a pink plate. This is my analogy isn't working as well. It's gonna pop more than if you have, you know, I don't know. The analogy, I'll think of a better one because that's just not working. But when you're putting a really vibrant gemstone on a very warm, dark base, it's going to pop. It's going to allow that gemstone just to really, really be accentuated. So you've got the champagne diamonds right there next to your emerald. The outer halo, you're going to have beautiful earthmine white diamonds. And then you have those on the band as well. So it's a split V band with white diamonds, but then right in the center, you have a row of your natural champagne diamonds. And I keep saying natural, 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 because that is something so amazing about champagne diamonds, you guys, is they go through absolutely zero treatment. Champagne diamonds come out of the ground looking exactly like this. So anytime there's a colored diamond selection on one of our shows where it's like, oh, you can get yellow, blue, white, champagne, I'm like, get the champagne. Because one, they have no treatment. Two, they are from the Argyle mine in Australia. That is where pink diamonds also came from, and they are no longer producing. So getting champagne diamonds is very exclusive, very special, and this combination is incredible. You can see right there, we've also done what we call a dark rhodium dusting. So surrounding your champagne diamonds, that rhodium has been dusted with a darker coating. And what this is going to do is it's going to fill in the space surrounding those champagne diamonds to give you a very full, warm look. And there that one is on the hand. So 6 through 9 available, price point starting at $3.99. We will take you down. We are going to take you down, to $300. Hello. That's easy math. $300, and then you are going to get a $60 budget pay. This is one that I would not sit on. I would not wait on this one because you are getting not only gorgeous emerald, but also natural champagne and white diamonds. You're going to go ahead and comment shop 16 right here for that emerald ring. Emerald and diamond ring and champagne diamond ring. All the things. Okay, now we have a gents ring coming up next. This is the first and only. Now remember that channel set sizing was a little bit limited, but I had mentioned in gentlemen, you could do it as a pinky ring. But this is for the gentlemen out there. This is going to be Boyaca Columbian with moissanite. Now, your moissanite are channel set, but actually your Columbian emerald is going to be prong set. So they sit a little bit higher. You'll see that right there. It sits up a little bit higher with the emerald. So it's a flat, but like there are prongs. So I like to let the gentleman know that because I know sometimes y'all are looking for like totally smooth pieces. There are prongs there, but it's still very flat. So it's not a high profile. It's going to sit fairly flat. But I want you to see too here on the band. You've got definition in the band from where your moissanite rows are to where your emerald rows are. Okay, 18 karat yellow gold vermeil. That is all that is going to touch the skin is that 18 karat gold. And then that center row. Okay, so you are going to have 5 beautiful, handsome Boyaca, combining Columbian and Boyaca and Boyaca Columbian emeralds. Those are each going to be a 4 by 3 millimeter. So those are quite sizable. And also, you're getting 3/4 of a carat in emeralds. 3/4 of a carat. That's a nice carat weight. And then you've got 9 moissanite on each side. So you've got your 5 emeralds running right through the center, like a majestic river running through the center of that ring. And then each of these outer rows will have your 9 moissanite stones. That's going to add the glisten, the sparkle, the elevated elegance. So sizing on this one, 9 through 12. So couple things, a little bit higher price point here. One, you're going to use more metal in a gentleman's ring because it's going to have a bulkier, just bigger band, bigger look on the hand. In addition to that, remember, you're looking at 3/4 of a carat on your emeralds. So that is a high carat weight here when we're talking about Boyaca Columbian emeralds. We are starting at $510. Still an amazing price. I'm not like, oh, we're skyrocketing it. Amazing deal. You then add your coupon code, okay? That brings you to $382.50. Amazing. Gentlemen, where you at? You know, I feel like gentlemen always ask, bring more gents rings. And then we bring them and it's like, okay, guys, you asked for it. Why are you being shy now? $76 on your budget pay. This one will be shop 17, gents. This is the only item we have exclusively for you in this show. I'll have to go take a peek at that luggage, Isaac. Isaac said he tagged me in some emerald green luggage. Ooh, okay. That sounds snazzy. Emerald green luggage? Okay. I feel like you'd be rolling through the airport with emerald green luggage, just like a little jet setter, looking kind of fancy with that. Looking snazzy. Okay, so let's see here. Whew, yes, we are getting back into gold, baby gold. All right, 10 karat yellow gold again. So So again, we're getting a lot of durability, strength with the 10 karat yellow gold. You then have 65 points on that pear shape. That is going to be your Boyaca Columbian Emerald pear. 65 points in a single stone. So remember, the gentleman's ring, it was 75 points split between 5 stones. This is 65 points in one solitaire stone. So that's a big deal. And then we have the diamonds as well. You're going to have, is it 1 or 2? 2. Oh, 1. Wait, 2. Okay. I'm like, wait. What's going on? No, it's 1. Wow. Okay. So these are big diamonds, you guys. These are 3 by 2 millimeter diamonds. And these are earth mined graded diamonds. Like, I would look at those and almost think, are these lab grown diamonds? But no, these are earth mined diamonds. And you're going to have a pair on each side. Look at how distinguished those are. Like, those are very, very noticeable in size on those pear cut diamonds. And I love that too, right? Because we have the pear cut emerald, but then we've got the pear cut diamonds, one placed vertical, the other 2 placed horizontal. So we're keeping that pear theme, but then we're mixing it up with the way they're placed, the way they're pointing. So sizing on this one, we have sizes 5 through 11. 5 through 11. Now, 11 and a half and 12 we used to have. We sold out. Sorry. But this is gold. So that's a great thing is you could take this to a local jeweler. They could size it. Sometimes our team will actually do complimentary ring resizing. If you talk to the personal shoppers, depending on the price point, they might be able to do that for you. So you could always talk to them if you needed that larger size. But 5 through 11 with half sizes is a great size range. Your start price on this was $17.35. We are actually going to bring that down with your coupon code. Remember, that is live, LIVE25. We're going to bring that down to $13.02 with a budget pay of $260. Okay, $260 on budget pay. And we're talking gold. We are talking premium Boyaca Columbian Emerald. And then, of course, you're getting really large diamonds. That's what's really captivating me right now is you're getting some big diamonds on those. All right. Okay, we're going to continue. That one will be shop 18. Y'all, brace yourselves, okay? Brace yourselves for this beauty, this masterpiece. We're going big now, okay? We are going big. This is probably, I'm waiting to find out, but I think this is the highest carat weight so far of the show. And it is absolutely stunning. Now, this one is going to be done in platinum. So, yeah, this is the best of the best, okay? We only put the best gemstones in 950 platinum. So, this is going to be quad A, okay? Best of the best, top graded Boyaca Columbian Emerald. It does not get better. It does not get higher than quad A. So, quad A, Boyaca Columbian Emerald, all right, in 950 platinum, with gorgeous white diamonds in that halo. And y'all, you don't even need a halo when you have an emerald this good. The halo is just like the cherry on top, but that emerald, that is the cake and the icing. Like, that is everything in that emerald. Look at the color. Have you seen anything like that? Oh my goodness. Talk about neon glow. This is like a neon sign. Like, absolutely gorgeous, you guys. And the carat weight, are you ready for this? A carat 53 on your emerald. Over a carat and a half on your emerald. I'm in complete shock by that, you guys. A carat 53. Wow. Okay, I'm in shock. That will come with an appraisal and a certification as well. Sizes are limited. We have sizes 6 through 8 with half sizes, 6.5, 7.5. Whew, okay, price point. We are starting at $3,320. We're going to bring you down to under $2,500, $2,488. This is the best of the best, you guys. Quad A emerald in platinum with diamonds. Budget pay for you is under $500, $497 to get this one home. You will comment shop 19, shop 19. Talk about luxury. Like, if you want the collector emerald, that's the collector emerald right there. Everything else is great for easy wear. That's not the kind of emerald you wear on a vacation. It's huge, It's luxurious. Like, yeah, that's incredible, right? So gorgeous. I'm like in shock too. I'm like, wait, what did we just do? Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into Ileana. Okay, so we've got 18 karat yellow gold. You're going to have a carat 32 on your octagon cut emerald. That is going to be AAA. So in Ileana, we'll be featuring AAA. And you see that slight color variation. I mean, it is still extremely vivid. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I also think it makes a difference though, like in the overall essence of an emerald ring, if we're in platinum or if we're in gold. It kind of gives the ring a different personality, okay? So there that is on the hand. That is that is a carat 32. It's a free cut on the emerald, so I don't have the actual millimeters for you, but let me do a measurement here in inches. Little over 1/4 of an inch on your emerald. And then you have 18 1.4 millimeter diamonds. Again, Earth Mine. These are GHSI diamonds. Okay, so we're not just giving you AAA Boyaca Columbian Emerald. We're also giving you incredibly beautiful graded diamonds to go with it, and we're putting it all in 18 karat gold. So we are just checking every single luxury box. Now, I have very good news for you today. Okay, if you are tuning in the live stream, it is your lucky day. So start price. $3,735. Y'all see it on your screen. I see it on my screen. However, I also see on my screen that there is a line through that number. Okay? This is leftover from clearance. So your start price today is $2,987. $2,987. You will then apply your coupon code, which brings us to $2,240. Look at that. Budget pay $448. Sizes 6 through 11 with those half sizes in between. This one will be shop 20. So I would say on those, if you're choosing, this is where it just kind of comes down to which metal tone do you want and which cut. Do you want a pear? Do you want an octagon? Do you want platinum? Do you want yellow gold? Two completely different looks, but yeah, you're still getting a graded gemstone with diamonds. And that one will be shop 20. Shop 20 for the octagon cut. Okay. All right, you guys, one more certified and appraised here. And this is really a big, bold, incredible look on the hand. Now, this will be done in 18 karat yellow gold. Again, part of our Ileana collection. That's a beautiful, massive oval, you guys. A carat 57, AAA grade. Look at it. It is just an absolute masterpiece right there. Wow, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, then you've got a double halo of beautiful white diamonds. Now, I've done that effect again. So the inner halo, traditional. Outer halo is that sunburst style. This is going to give you that extra large look on the hand. It's going to present even larger than what it is. It's 2 carats in total, though. So between the carat 57 on that emerald and then the additional 43 points of diamonds, you are literally hitting that 2 carat mark. And I love it too because it's a really big, bold ring, but we still kept a very dainty gold band. So it almost kind of gives you even more of a boom, more of a wow factor. Dainty, soft band, and then whoa. All of it is coming from the emerald, the diamonds, the beauty of that stone. So sizes here, we have 6 and 6.5. And then from there, we're going to go from 7.5 up to 11. So a few little missing sizes there that just tend to sell out. Size 7. It's like the most popular size, kind of like shoes, right? 7 always tends to sell out first. So another sweet surprise for you guys. I love it when we do this. The number on your screen is 4,270. But again, this is remaining from clearance. I don't know how, y'all. I don't know how we have it remaining from clearance. Like, just bring the price up, put it back. But it's just not how we run things here at Shop LC. So we are going to be bringing this to you for $3,415. And then we're going to apply the coupon code on top of that to bring you to $2,561. So literally today, you guys, you've saved nearly $2,000 on this ring from it being left over from clearance and then your coupon code. So budget pay is $512. I would say out of all of them, this one presents the largest on the hand of anything we've shown in the entire show. And that one will be Shop 21. Love it. We will wrap up real quick with a pair of emerald beads. This is for anyone out there who maybe wants something a little bit more whimsical. We love our beaded jewelry here at Shop LC, and these are going to be gorgeous emerald beads. They are slightly graduated, so as you make your way to the base of the neckline, you'll see that those beads get slightly larger, and they're like a tumbled look. So not each one, they're not going to be perfectly rounded. They're going to have a nice organic shape, but they have been beautifully polished. So you're going to get a beautiful polished finish to it. There's your lobster claw closure on the back as well. This is really for anyone who's like, you know what, I don't do traditional faceted gemstones, but I want genuine jewelry. I want gemstone jewelry. So this is actually certified and appraised. It is Rhapsody. That closure right there, that's 950 platinum. And these are going to be quad A grade Boyaca Columbian emeralds. It sits at 18 inches on the neckline. Your price today is going to be $2,800 with a $560 budget pay. This is just easy breezy wear. Like you could layer this with a pendant. You could wear this on its own, but it's your jeans and a t-shirt, sundress, going out. You can wear this with anything. Think about it like a strand of pearls. That's why I love beaded jewelry so much. And it's a 5-star rated item. So go check out those reviews as well. All right, my friends, this one will be Shop 22. If you tuned in within the second hour of our show or at any time during the show and you want to see what else we had to offer, please go back. This will be available on the website. You can rewatch the entire live stream, check out deals that you might have missed. We'll be back with you guys at 2 p.m. My name is Lauren Masters. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Keep on tuning in with us here at Shop LC. Again, I'll be back at 2, and then we'll have another live stream in the evening. But while we're off here, you can go tune into our TV broadcast. We have Miss Gaia Perez. I believe she's still on for another hour. Bye, friends. Have a wonderful Monday.